Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm looking at my very first live album here on the channel. It is A Little South of Sanity by Aerosmith. Overall, I thought was a decent live album, but honestly, I don't really listen to many live recordings or albums, so I thought this was a pretty interesting album and take of live performances of a band or singer. So this live album was released on October 20th, 1998. It was taking place, like during their Nine Lives tour, and also during their Get a Grip tour. Overall, this live album has 2 discs on physical CD, and it also has a runtime of about 1 hour and 55 minutes, making this one of the longer albums I own a physical copy of. Without further ado, let's hop into the album. I'm not going to be keeping it long, but I'm going to try and hit on a few tracks from both discs, as this album contains 23 tracks in total. So one of my favorites has to be Lovin Elevator. This comes off the first disc. I thought was decent live performance. Thought it had decent vocals. Loved the crowd cheering. Loved the instrumental. Loved the solos. Honestly, I loved a bunch of the solos throughout this album. And honestly, a lot of these tracks are longer as compared to the studio recordings of them. As Gun is a live version. They'll do what they want. Solos if they want to do them, if they're up for them, just to entertain the crowd. So yeah, I really enjoyed the solo here on this track. Same Old Song and Dance is a slower track here on the first disc. It is one of the longer tracks on this whole album, coming in at almost 6 minutes in length. I thought it was a decent track. Again, loved the vocals, loved the whole, aesthetic feeling, like being live, that type of thing. Pretty solid track in my opinion. Janie's Got a Gun is honestly a classic in my opinion. I wasn't sure how to feel of the live version at first, but after, 2-3 listens, I didn't think it was bad overall. It was like just listening to some of these tracks live for the first time, as I haven't listened to a fair amount of these live before I listened to the whole album. Dream On, I thought was pretty interesting. I'm like, wasn't there a pump organ originally used on this track for the studio recording? So I kind of found it interesting that I believe they kind of replaced the pump organ with guitars instead. Still had the same feel, but I'm like, I just love that pump organ in the studio recording. I thought, just had this feel to it, and make me have this certain feeling of why I loved the track in the first place, but I didn't mind that aspects of it being replaced. I was just kind of sad, again, that it wasn't the pump organ being used here. Walk This Way and Dude Looks Like Clay are two more tracks I enjoy on here. I love both these tracks from their stereo recordings, but being performed live, it was, totally different. Not how I thought they were going to be. It was honestly different than I thought. Both were, unique in their own ways. Both had a different feeling. Both performed well, in my opinion. We close out the entire album with Sweet Emotion, one of my favorite tracks of theirs. I thought was a great way to end the album, and yeah, as I said earlier in the video, a lot of these tracks are, longer than their stereo recordings. I thought this track was worth its 6-minute runtime. It seemed pretty good to me. I thought, everything was there. Great vocals, great instrumental, great atmosphere. So, some of my favorites here on the album include Lovin Elevator, Dream On, Walk This Way, and Sweet Emotion. I'll be giving this album a 4.5 out of 5. I thought it was a great album, but there were certain things I thought, were like missing in a way, or really weren't the best. Anyways, I tried my best to keep this video short, sweet, and whatnot, so feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Next week, I'll try to hit on Alan Jackson's Who I Am.